Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel once again. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing ExpressVPN and Surfshark VPN and telling you which one is better in terms of privacy, speed, and other features that we have on these VPNs. So let's start this video off by actually telling you that I use VPNs on all my devices. I have VPNs on my PlayStation, Xbox, switches, like Alexa. I have a VPN configured on my Alexa. So I do know about VPNs, and in this video I'm going to be telling you what I think about each of these VPNs and which one should you be buying in 2020. Now before we move on with the comparison, the first thing I want to do is basically tell you that this video is not sponsored by any of these VPNs, and whatever the results come out to be is going to be based on my personal opinion and the test that we do right here. So without further ado, let's get right on with the video. Now, I know this concerns me, like the more expensive service has to be better because it's like 4 times more the price. So you do expect a better service and it has to be that way. But the truth is, that is actually not the case. In terms of speed, when it comes to speed and it comes to privacy, it comes to features, Surfshark actually takes the lead. Now, this has a feature which is called Clean Web, which is not like widely promoted, even though it's a major deal. Like, let's say you use VPNs on like any device other than computers. On computers, it's easy to configure like an ad blocker, but on any other device like phones, PlayStations, Xboxes, it is so hard to put in an ad blocker, and it's one of my major concerns. Like, let's say I'm watching something YouTube on my PlayStation, and Surfshark takes care of all the ads that could show up, which is a major deal for me, and that is why I use Surfshark on my devices rather than ExpressVPN. Now, one thing ExpressVPN takes the lead at is the amount of service. So what I mean by that, I'm going to show you in a second. Let's go ahead and launch ExpressVPN. So when you go ahead and click on locations, the amount of locations that it's going to show you is going to be significantly more as compared to Surfshark. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of locations. Now, Surfshark doesn't have as many locations, but it still has 1,000 servers now, which is not less by any means. You can definitely go ahead, stream Netflix like for other countries. You can like browse web with anonymity and everything. Now, when it comes to like servers, I do agree it is kind of a good thing to have more servers, but comparing the price point and the amount of features that ExpressVPN has, Surfshark is probably going to be best for most people. And what I mean by most people is like a regular user who uses YouTube, who uses like browsers to like surf internet, and then Netflix and basic streaming services. Surfshark works perfectly fine for everything. Now, if one of your major concerns is like locations, you want extra locations, it's important for your work or something, in that case, I would say still don't go for ExpressVPN. And the reason is a VPN which is like half the price of ExpressVPN has almost twice the service as them. So Nord does win on servers, and it also has the clear web kind of feature. So if you have the money to spend, I would say like go with Nord rather than either of these. It's better than anything. And if you have like money restriction, you want to spend a lot of money, Surfshark VPN is definitely one of the better VPNs in the market, and you will not be disappointed with the purchase. Especially considering the price point is only $2 a month for the longer plans. So with that, I hope this actually took all the concerns that you had. One of the major concerns that I was hearing again and again, like Surfshark, if it's so much cheaper, does it have the speed and everything to stream and stream the content? And the truth for that is, all of these VPNs have the same speeds. It doesn't matter which one expensive you choose. If you have a server connected to the same location, it's very likely going to have identical speeds. You won't even notice any difference. Doesn't matter you choose the cheaper one or the more expensive. One last thing before we end this video I wanted to talk about is the amount of devices that you can connect. Now, I know this is one of the concerns that I personally have, and one of the reasons I don't use ExpressVPN even though I have a subscription. So the thing is the amount of devices that you can connect. So ExpressVPN allows 5 simultaneous connections. So what that means is you can have 5 devices using ExpressVPN at the same time. This doesn't mean you can have like 5 devices configured with the VPN. This means you can have 5 devices connected to the VPN connection at the same time, which is, believe me, a lot, but I do have a lot of devices, so it doesn't work out for me, and that is why I use Surfshark in case of like if I have to do it the other way. And that is why I would prefer Surfshark in any case. Now, if you have the money, go for Nord. If you don't have the money to spend on it, go with Surfshark. ExpressVPN, I don't think makes any sense like in any situation. So with that, that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to hit that like button if this was useful. And let me know in the comments if you think, like if you have any questions. And I'll see you in the next one.